Imagine walking into your backyard and seeing a glowing chandelier made from your grandma's old mixing bowl, a bird feeder crafted from a chipped teacup, and flower towers built from dishes you nearly threw away. Now imagine it all costs less than $20, because today, I'm showing you how to turn forgotten thrift store dishes into jaw-dropping garden magic that looks like it came from a $500 designer catalog. These aren't just crafts, they're transformations. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at a dusty plate or cracked bowl the same way again. Type garden magic in the comments if you're ready to turn clutter into beauty, straight from your own cabinets. And don't forget to subscribe if you believe every yard deserves beauty on a budget. DIY 1 Teacup Totem Towers. First up, Teacup Totem Towers. This looks like a $120 garden sculpture, but it costs under $5. Here's what you need. Mismatched teacups and saucers from any thrift store, a piece of rebar or wooden stake, waterproof construction adhesive, and a small solar light. Start by threading your stake to the cup handles. Don't worry about perfect alignment. The charm is in the imperfection. Apply waterproof adhesive between each layer, alternating cups and saucers for visual interest. Crown it with a solar light, and you've got garden art that glows at night. Plant it among your flowers, and watch visitors stop in their tracks. DIY 2 Glass Dome Garden Cloches. Next, let's talk about garden cloches, those boutique glass covers that usually cost $30 each. We're making them for $4. Hunt for glass mixing bowls or those dome covers from old casserole dishes. The cloudier and more vintage, the better. Simply flip them over your seedlings, herbs, or even create mini fairy gardens underneath. Add a vintage drawer knob to the top if you want that professional touch. Now you have that French countryside look without the French countryside budget. DIY 3 Bowl Planter Chandeliers. For our third glamour piece, hanging bowl chandeliers that work double duty as planters and mood lighting. Grab bowls in different sizes, some lightweight chain, and a drill. Make 3 evenly spaced holes around the rim. Thread your chain through and hang from tree branches or pergola beams. Fill with succulents for a living chandelier or add battery-operated tea lights for evening magic. The gentle swaying movement catches light beautifully and creates such a peaceful atmosphere. Layer them at different heights for maximum impact. DIY 4 Sugar Bowl Bud Vases. Sugar bowls make the perfect petite planters. I love using them for a rotating display that's both beautiful and functional. Mount them on simple shelves along your fence or patio wall. The small size means you can change out seasonal cuttings easily, rosemary in winter, basil in summer, whatever's thriving in your garden. There's something so satisfying about snipping fresh herbs from these little treasures while you're cooking. DIY 5 Teapot Flower Fountains. This next project always gets the biggest reaction. Teapot flower fountains that look like they're pouring blooms instead of tea. Drill a few drainage holes in your teapot, then mount it sideways on a post or fence. The key is choosing trailing flowers like petunias, lobelia, or even cascading herbs like oregano. As the plants grow, they create this magical illusion of flowers pouring from the spout. It's garden whimsy at its finest. DIY 6 Cake Stand Pollinator Station. Here's a project that's as beneficial as it is beautiful. A pollinator feeding station using vintage cake stands. Stack different size plates and cake pedestals to create levels. Each tier serves a different purpose. Shallow dishes with sponges soaked in sugar water, citrus slice holders, or even small native flowers in water. Position it near your flower beds, and you'll be amazed how quickly the butterflies and beneficial insects discover it. It's like running a 5-star restaurant for pollinators. DIY 7 Plate Garden Mirrors. Garden mirrors create depth and movement, but designer versions cost hundreds. We're making ours from $2 plates. Choose plates with interesting shapes or raised patterns. Apply outdoor construction adhesive. Then press mirror tiles into the design. Don't worry about perfect coverage. Gaps create interesting shadow patterns. Hang them at different heights among climbing plants. As the vines grow around them and the breeze moves the foliage, you get this incredible play of light and shadow that changes throughout the day. DIY 8 Cup and Saucer Bird Feeders. These cup and saucer bird feeders look like antique treasures but function perfectly for attracting songbirds. Glue the cup sideways onto the saucer using waterproof adhesive. The cup becomes a seed hopper that automatically refills the saucer as birds eat. A touch of gold or copper paint on the rim adds that antique appeal. Mount them on shepherd's hooks or hang from tree branches at different heights. The variety of birds you'll attract is incredible, and the gentle sounds of their feeding creates such a peaceful garden atmosphere. DIY 9. Spoon and plate wind spinners. Wind spinners add movement and light play to any garden space. This version uses vintage spoons and creates the most mesmerizing effect. Start with a large plate as your base and collect vintage spoons from thrift stores. Spray paint everything in metallic tones. Copper, bronze, or silver work beautifully. Drill holes around the plate's rim. Then hang spoons at varying lengths using fishing line or thin wire. Mount the whole thing on a swivel mechanism so it can spin freely. When the wind catches it, you get this incredible dance of light and shadow that changes constantly. It's like having kinetic art in your garden. DIY 10. Glow-in-the-dark dish garden. For our final transformation, a glow-in-the-dark garden that reveals itself as night falls. Paint the backs of various dishes with high-quality glow-in-the-dark paint. Choose different sizes and shapes to create patterns, suns, stars, flowers, or abstract designs. Mount them on fences, walls, or even large tree trunks. During the day, they charge up from sunlight. But as darkness falls, your garden transforms into something magical. It's like having secret artwork that only appears at night. From chipped teacups to glowing garden art, we've just proven that the most beautiful gardens aren't built with the biggest budgets. They're created with the wildest imaginations. Every single one of these projects started as something someone else threw away or overlooked, but with a little creativity and maybe $20 total. We've created a garden that looks like it belongs in a magazine. The best part? This is just the beginning. Once you start seeing potential in forgotten objects, every thrift store becomes a treasure hunt. Every garage sale becomes an adventure. I want to know, which dish transformation are you starting this weekend? Drop a comment and let me know. And if this video gave you ideas or inspired you to look at everyday objects differently, smash that like button. Join me every week as we turn thrift store finds into 5-star gardens. We got so many more magical transformations coming up, and I can't wait to share them with you. Until next time, remember, magic isn't something you buy, it's something you create. Happy gardening.